Looking down upon the Tower Bridge spanning the Sacramento River here in the capital of California. And hello again, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday afternoon edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barrett. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Nuggets. They're in the upper part of the conference records right now, in 5th place. And checking out Sacramento, they find themselves in the dregs of the conference.
And when you look at Sacramento, so far it looks like the adjustments they made in the offseason aren't going to produce the desired effect.
Lots of season left to go, so maybe a little too early to say that. The results have been anything but positive early on, but we've seen plenty of teams dig themselves out of big holes after early season woes.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said,
Nuggets coach,
some pretty sound advice. Thanks, DA. Looking at the long season ahead, Brent, as a veteran player, what are some of the habits that keep your body going strong, staying healthy?
teams have really gotten hip to the idea that we need to rest our star players as much as possible. So efficiency with the work that they do, I think, is the most important thing. Star guys who get into practice and are on the court for 50 minutes to an hour every day so that there's a rhythm that they can keep and the teammates can keep up along with them on the floor. That's what it's about for those guys. Maintenance, maintenance, maintenance.
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. They've got Ingram. Alec Burks is out there with Kemba Walker. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Favors in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Sacramento, they've got Landry Shamet. Wiggins is out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Nunn in at the point guard. On the wing, DeRozan. Back to Walker. Three-pointer. No good there. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
Yeah, in this game, they'll want to approach things a little differently, I think. Got blown out last time due to being a little too aggressive on the defensive side.
And that led to a few of their key guys spending long stretches of the game on the bench because of foul trouble. Hard to find yourself back in a rhythm when you do that.
It's hauled in by the Kings.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And Favors kicks to Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Walker missing again.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Shamet the pass to Nunn. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, I don't think he even sees a taller defender out there, just a gifted scorer.
Walker with it. 20 points for him last game against Washington. Count that one.
And maybe a deep breath moment for them. They're now 1 for 4 to start the game.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Wiggins outside. Lets it go from 14. And the jumper falls for him. Wiggins has got 5 now.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
The Nuggets trail by 7. Burks dishes to Favors. Outside, Walker shoots the 3. And no good that time. And Sacramento will go the other way with it.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
Passes to Nurkic. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Well, a pretty decent distributor at his position. Rudy's good at getting rid of the ball that time.
Walker finds Favors. Now Ingram. Pass to Walker. The 3. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Wiggins surveying the floor. Shot clock at 5. In the corner. Shamet with it. Here's Nurkic. And DeRozan sends it back. And it's Walker, top of the key. Ingram passes to Walker. The Nuggets moving the ball around. A jump hook, and there's another one for the Nuggets.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy. One area after watching Denver over the course of the past 2 years showing what they can do offensively is for them to improve on the defensive end of the floor. About middle of the pack last year. If they can get into that top 5, they become very formidable as a finals team.
Pass to DeRozan. Burks with it. Back to DeRozan. Here's Walker. And Denver again with the bucket.
You got to shadow Walker. His mid-range game is on point.
Kings leading now by 4. And for the Nuggets, I think they concede, Brent, that defense is a work in front.
Well, that's why they jumped, though, last year, Kevin. 2 years ago, they were at the very bottom of the league, and last year showed some signs of getting some cohesion on that end of the floor. If they get into that top 5, Kevin, this team could be on their way to the NBA Finals.
And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Nuggets. Now the pass to DeRozan. Baseline jumper. And it's Gay with the rebound.
And that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Offensive rebound. Count it. Wiggins has got 7.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Passes it to Favors. Walker in the post. 5 points in the game. Good.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Sacramento leading by 4. And here is Shamet. Here's none. That one misses. Walker with some nice D. Burks dishes to Ingram. Stolen by Gay. And oh, here we go. Gay's got it, the fast break chance. And then Gay with the dunk.
Good instinct shown there by Rudy Gay, using some of his street smarts. Can't afford to be careless with the ball around him.
And Walker kicks to Favors. Pass to Ingram. And here's Walker. A floater. And that's basket number 4. He's taken 9 shots to this point.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
So the Kings called timeout, their first. Well, one of the bigger names in free agency this past summer was Kemba Walker. A lot of teams, Greg, looking at him.
And rightfully so, Kevin. With Kemba, a point guard who is in his prime. He's an impact player who can hit big shots and is one of the more underrated stars in our league.
make substitutions.
So a moment now to see the story on Yusuf Nurkic. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 12 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks.
And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
Here's Barton. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Pass to Looney. Outside Robinson. Those three-pointers off the mark.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Smith, the pass to Nurkic. Lock at 6. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. They get the rebound. Davis finds Nurkic. He's hit again. And it's Looney with the rebound.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Here's Hart. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Now here is Smith. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
That's just Smith Jr. breaking down a defense with the handle and then taking what he sees.
It's Barton on the wing. Here's Looney. He kicks to Mbah-a-Moute. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
And he's got a great balance of knowing when to slash inside. Porter needs to keep being this aggressive on the drive.
And the ball out of play. The Kings will inbound. And with a quick break in the action, let's now take a look at the top rookie free throw shooters in the NBA. Second, Michael Porter.
And really, he needs to continue getting to the free throw line as much as possible because he's pretty deadly once he gets there.
Here's Hart. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And it's Smith missing.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Here's Barton trying to find Mbah-a-Moute. Gets it to him, and the shot is good.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
Inside. And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Yusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20, 25, and 5 game? The Bosnian Beast making a name for himself.
And he can't get the first one. Ray, you suited up for 6 teams in your NBA career. What do you think about some of the front offices that you came across during that playing time?
I think when you find a front office, when you move from franchise to franchise, is what it is that they value most. And there were some franchises, quite frankly, Kevin, that I played for where they just wanted you to show up on time, get there, play the game, and leave. Those franchises end up having a lot of struggle to find some footing in the league. They also find trouble finding attraction from free agency because people understand the culture just isn't there. There are other teams that do so many other things well, Kevin. You feel so much more valued as a player throughout your course of your career. Those are the places that end up sticking with you. And I think the league is doing a great job from top to bottom, moving in that direction. Now, some are doing it better than others. That will always be the case. But the idea around finding more completeness for what it is you provide a player is a great thing for everyone.
And once Porter has some momentum behind him, boy, he just rides it to the basket. An exceptional dunker of the ball.
Powell, the pass to Barton. 1:19 left in the first. That shot is off. Kings leading now by 5. Porter in the corner. The pass to Nurkic. Hits the jump hook. Nurkic has got 9.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Barton dishes to Mbah-a-Moute. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Smith, no luck.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Passes it to Mbah-a-Moute. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. 3-second difference between shot clock and game. Nurkic trying to get open. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Just attacking the basket right there. Smith Jr. goes up strong every time he gets in there.
It's his first trip to the line. The free throw drops for Smith.
A 9th pick in the 2017 NBA draft, Smith Jr. made the NBA's all-rookie team after a very solid first year in Dallas, averaging 15 points and 5 assists, and he sure is not looking to stop there.
He doesn't get the second one.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
They need this. And the layup by Powell.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Here's Nurkic, and the layup falls. Nurkic has got 11.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And so it's Sacramento with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
Here's Barton. On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. We've got Will Barton, Looney out there with Luke Mbah-a-Moute. Then there's Norman Powell, and it's Robinson in at the 3 slot. 5 on the clock. Barton from outside. He's off on that one. And it's the Kings taking it the other way, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
The Kings shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
The first one falls.
great year for the Kings last year. We're in the playoff hunt right up until the very last month of the season and ultimately came up short. But those guys will be hungry to want some postseason play this year.
And Porter drops them both. And Brent, as you mentioned, the Kings came up short last year, but you have to think the playoffs are in their future.
Thinking about the playoffs would be nice. They did make a coaching change as Luke Walton is taking over for Dave Yeager, and changing coaches can sometimes disrupt development. Will they continue to play at the same pace that they played at last year? They were phenomenal in the open floor.
Pass to Exum. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Now Powell. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
And a chance to take a look at some numbers for DeRozan.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
That free throw good from Holmes. And even though he stands 6'10", Holmes plays taller than that.
He does, mostly, Kevin, because of that length. I mean, he stretches out and uses that quick jump and can block some shots and deter a few guys from trying to do some things offensively.
Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Denver. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Norman Powell. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. There's a lot of talk, Brent, about eliminating divisions, something that's been discussed. I think that's going to happen.
I don't understand what the divisions are. Do you?
Well, we don't pay attention to the divisions.
We don't pay any attention to the divisions.
It's all about conference.
And we know that divisions end up helping in some ways with the playoff seedings, but it just seems strange today to have the divisions the way they are divided up. I think it helps when you're opening up a fish wrap in the morning if you check a traditional newspaper, but otherwise that could be something that goes away soon.
That free throw good from Barton. Brent, on both ends of the floor, Will Barton is an effective spark plug for this team.
Yeah, he can fire you up out there, Kevin. He can do some things, obviously, defensively to get the team going and igniting the fast break. And then offensively, I know Mike Malone might not agree with all of the choices from Will Barton, but when he gets it going, it's an extra spark for this Nugget squad.
And they continue to control the glass.
And Porter, here we go. That one, no good. Nice D from DeRozan. And the rejection by Holmes. Exum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Porter. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Porter's got 10 points.
A pure shooter who's also efficient. Porter nearly automatic from mid-range.
Ingram kicks to DeRozan. Outside Robinson. All alone. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Exum passes to Porter. And DeMar DeRozan pulls it down.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Yep, that one goes. Davis has got the lead up to 13 now for Sacramento.
Now here's a guy who has all the tools to be a threat inside. Davis still searching for his offensive consistency.
Now here's is DeRozan. He's tightly guarded. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Porter finds Davis. Exum with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And Davis can't get it to go.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
And here's Exum. Outside, Davis. And they double up Davis. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Brent, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time, coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right. All about communication.
That communication, and communication as quick as you possibly can, that's an important factor.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
A great season for the Nuggets last year, winning the Northwest Division. Kind of a tough way to go out in the postseason for them as they lost to the Portland Trailblazers. But overall, a terrific direction and lots of room to grow that has them excited about the Denver Nuggets competing at an elite level this season.
The Nuggets. Derek Favors checked in for Looney. Alec Burks comes in for Robinson. And Walker subbed in for Barton. Nuggets on D. 7-point differential. Sacramento moving it around. Nunn passes to Holmes. Gay against Ingram. Out to the right wing. Nunn, that's good. Nunn's got 5 now. You know, Brent, for what the Nuggets did last season, they show they're going to be a factor for years to come.
Well, they had big wins over a lot of key opponents last year. I mean, really stepping up to the level of their competition. And they demonstrated that they're one of the best teams in the Western Conference, but there is room to grow. Hopefully that motivation is something that gets them to the next level.
Now, here's Holmes. 6 to shoot. He dishes it to Gay. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, the balance that Rudy Gay has, outstanding job at staying in control, even when getting hit.
And Favors kicks to Ingram. Here's the pass to Walker. From outside the arc, add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Higgins outside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on DeRozan. For Sacramento, they have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts. First free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Nuggets trail by 11. Walker dishes to DeRozan. Outside Favors. Oh, the lob to DeRozan. And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last. And here's a look at what's coming up for the Kings. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Chicago Bulls. And then on Wednesday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Portland, and they'll be taking on the Trailblazers.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Kings have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10. That free throw good from Shamet. And he makes both free throws. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to Washington. Walker in the post. He's got 12. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12. Here's Nunn. Pass to Wiggins. Jacks up a 3. That one doesn't drop. And the Nuggets going the other way. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Poor execution in that one. Not sure what led to the lack of focus, but coaching staff definitely not happy.
And they made some comments themselves that some of the fault might have lied with them because they didn't go in with the best of game plans and they didn't make the right adjustments. So we'll see tonight if they do.
First free throw is good.
And Sacramento seems like a great fit for Luke Walton. Team's approach on offense really matches his own. Should never be a shortage of scoring for the Kings.
You wonder how it is that Luke Walton did his studying coming into this season with how much success last year Dave Yeager had in getting these guys to push the ball up the floor. Luke Walton believes that anyone can rebound and bring it up, and they have the kind of guys who could do that on this roster.
Unloads from 13. Connects, the jumper drops.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Here's Nunn. He's got 5. Gay passes to Nurkic. Kicks it to Wiggins. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Gay. Here's Nurkic. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Nurkic has got 13.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Here's Ingram. The shot that time, not on target. Gay with the defensive effort. Here's Wiggins, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Walker finds Burks. From past the arc, another 3 for Denver.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Wiggins passes to Nurkic. Can't hit from in close. The Nuggets trail by 8. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit, probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. Kings leading now by 3. Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
Dennis Smith, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. The Nuggets also changing it up. Mba'amute comes in for Brandon Ingram. And Norman Powell subbed in for Alec Burks. Higgins outside. With the floater. And that time, also a missed shot.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Powell kicks to Walker. And he hits it to tie the game up. Walker's got 19 points.
Pretty much poor defensive effort there. You have to get a hand in his face when he's spotting up from distance.
Here's Nunn, guarded by Powell. Gay outside. A three-pointer. Wiggins, and another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter. Shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Here's Powell. No good that time. Gay with the defensive effort.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Mba'amute. On the wing to Rosen. Outside, Walker fires the 3. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. And it's now 22 points for Kemba Walker. Smith outside. Pass to Nurkic. And the layup is good. Nurkic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, put that one away with the contact. And I'm not sure, Kevin, there are times when maybe he doesn't even feel it.
Here's Walker. And the rebound by Nurkic.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Smith surveying the D to the middle. And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by Smith. And that's 17 points for Nurkic.
Nurkic tonight stepping up in a big way and taking the lead role here offensively.
And so we wrap up the first half. The Kings on top. They lead by 6. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Mike Malone. Things got away from you guys in the first half. What happened out there?
Transition baskets, offensive rebounds, 2 of the areas that we knew coming into this game that we had to control. There's no sense of urgency right now. We're just shooting the ball. We're waiting to get back, and they're getting easy runouts.
A lot to clean up, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Yusuf Nurkic putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 17 points and 8 rebounds. What'd you think about Sacramento, Ken?
Well, I thought their turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some energy. And then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Well, they're getting beat up on boards. Smack them around. You know the coach is unhappy about it, because I'm unhappy about it, Ernie. I'm sure he's in the locker room right now saying, hey, we can bounce back in the second half. You need to dig deep, show some pride.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. What a game we're seeing from Kemba Walker.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. They've got Andrew Wiggins. Rudy Gay is out there with Nurkic. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's none in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And the pass to Shamet. The feed now to Nurkic. And the rejection by Favors. Walker looking for an opening. Wants to get it to Burks and does. Begins with the block. Here's Gay. Rebound by the Nuggets. Ingram's got his 4th rebound in this one. And slam dunk by Ingram.
And no one is catching Ingram in the open floor. This guy is like a rocket.
Here in this 3rd quarter, just over a minute play. Nobody near Gay. And the 3 off target.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Walker dishes to Burks. Outside DeRozan. Here's Favors. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Favors has got his first 2 points. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Gay, and he's finally able to knock one down. Gay's got 6 points.
Well, he's dialed in right now in the in-between game. I love to see Rudy Gay capitalize there.
Passes it to Favors. Now Ingram. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Sacramento leading by 4. To the paint. Ingram with the steal. Here's Walker, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
And you always know what you're going to get from Walker from the line. He's been a solid, consistent free throw shooter his entire career.
That's good from Walker. That one misses. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And it's good, 2 points.
And there's one thing that's never been in question about Wiggins, his ability to be a high-volume scorer. And in case you needed a reminder, he's giving you one tonight.
DeRozan scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Here's Nunn. He has 5. Puts it up. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Outside, Walker dishes to DeRozan. To the inside. Shot clock at 6. Favors passes to Burks. Gay with the block.
Using his length well on defense. Rudy Gay working hard. Swats that one away.
And that's how you do it. Impressive play, explosive finish.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that. You see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
Outside DeRozan. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
Playing from behind right here, not easy, but he is answering the bell.
Yeah, doing anything he can right now to get his team to cut into this lead and give them a chance.
Timeout called by the Kings.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
You got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. The Nuggets also changing it up. Kevon Looney is checked in for Favors. Robinson comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Will Barton in for Walker. Exum kicks to Porter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. GA drafted after only playing 3 games at the University of Missouri. A lot of people probably hadn't seen Michael Porter Jr. play basketball. But with that in mind, describe his game for us now.
Kevin, at 6'10", he's a fluid athlete with tremendous shot-making ability. He grew up one of 7 kids, homeschooled. They all played ball. He's had a basketball in his hands from a very young age, and you can see it in his approach.
Free throw good, Porter.
And there have been some to compare Porter to Kevin Durant. Really a fluid shooter who also possesses amazing athleticism.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Porter against Ingram. Pass to Burks. And the rejection by Holmes.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Here's Exum. Robinson with the block. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Ingram's running. Out that one, and the Kings lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from Looney.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Porter makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Yeah, just phenomenal at using that vertical on the offensive boards. Porter just gifted at coming up with second and third chance opportunities.
Unloads from 13. No good off the back of the rim.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Trying to get open is Davis, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Will Barton.
And at 6'10", Porter is a threat to score inside, which is why the defense trying to rough him up a bit.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
This season, 88% on the line, so he has been in a comfort zone.
The Kings making a switch here. Smith is checked in, and Porter drops them both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Barton against Porter. Now here's Barton. Not a lot of room. Here's Burks. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got 4 rebounds now tonight. Smith the pass to Hart. Pass to Porter. Outside, Davis. Now here's Holmes. Burks covering. The Nuggets trail by 9. Ingram up top. He's guarded by Davis. Ingram dishes to Barton. The pass to Burks. Fires the 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Smith with it, now guarded by Barton. And the foul on Will Barton. And that'll be his third foul so far. A different look for Denver. Mbamute comes in for Ingram. And Norman Powell subbed in for Burks. Holmes finds Davis. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Smith the pass to Porter. Here's Hart, guarded by Powell. Trying to get open as Davis. Holmes, good. And the Kings lead by 11.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Passes to Powell. Over Porter. And another miss by Denver. Sacramento leading by 11. Knocked loose. Martin with it. He's got 8. Off the mark, and the drop continues. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Sacramento Kings. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
And the athleticism and size of Porter creates problems for the defense. Hard to guard without getting physical.
He's gone 6 of 6 from the free throw line. And he knocks down the first one. Rudy Gay's checked in for the Kings. And so he makes both from the line.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Powell kicks to Robinson. Back to Powell. Outside for Robinson. Connects from three-point range.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Hart the pass to Smith. Porter against Mbamute. Porter, no luck.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Mbamute dishes to Powell. Over Hart. The shot by Powell, no good.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
And here's Mbamute. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Down low. That's good from Gay on the assist from Porter. Gay's got the lead up to 14 now for the Kings.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Barton passes to Robinson. Barton against Gay. 5 to shoot. Martin with it. He's against Gay. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. The Kings making a switch here. Nunn's checked in. And a switch here also for Denver. Favors is checked in. Sacramento leading by 14. Now here's Porter. 18 points for him. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. The shot by Powell, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Hart, no good. The Nuggets trail by 14. Here's Barton, and Barton throws it down.
Well, you got to watch out when Barton leaves the floor, throwing the hammer down there.
Sacramento's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. Here's Nunn. Barton defending. Pass to Porter. Another shot stolen by Robinson. And they're moving it up. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And he gets it to go. Howell's got his third basket of the night right there. Kings leading now by 10. Now Gabe. He's got 10. The final possession with the nice defense right there. And so it's the Sacramento Kings going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So out there for the Nuggets right now. Favors is out there with Looney. Then it's DeRozan. And there's Kemba Walker. And it's Barton in at the small forward position. And the rejection by Favors. Out of bounds, Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession. And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
6 on the shot clock. Back to Wiggins. Three-pointer.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range.
Pass to Walker. Denver passing it around. Favors. Nurkic with the block.
And Nurkic seeing an opportunity there to make the impact defensively with the block.
Walker dishes to Favors. And another shot. And Walker kicks to Favors. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And finally, someone scored.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
For the Nuggets, Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Looney, and Alec Burks subbed in for Will Barton. Kings leading now by 7. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Kemba Walker picks one up.
Nurkic with the pump fake does a good job fooling the defender that time.
And so, Brent, you and I know the legend of Nurkic. Back in Bosnia, a sports agent read an article about a huge policeman, 7 foot, 400 pounds. And this agent tracked down this policeman and asked him, do you have a son?
Well, that son is Jusuf Nurkic, the guy you're seeing out there. And 14 years of age, Jusuf Nurkic had never played the game of basketball. So the agent took him under the wing, and the rest pretty much history here, Kevin.
I like that story. And both free throws good for Nurkic.
Nurkic plays with a little bit of that edge, a little bit of moxie, and that toughness is something the teammates can rally behind.
Favors trying to break free. Got that bucket. And that's now 20 points for DeMar DeRozan. Sacramento's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Nunn passes to Nurkic. rejection by Favors. And they get it back. They recover it. Ingram left side. He kicks it to Walker. Outside DeRozan. To the paint. Sacramento grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 14 points. They get it again. Shot's good by Gay.
You can't give Rudy Gay that type of look. He's going to knock that down more often than not.
It's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Denver. They trail by 9 points. The dish to DeRozan. He's feeling it. A shot off that time, and it's the Kings taking it the other way. Higgins outside. And it's in there. And now it's an 11-point Kings lead.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Here is Favors. Outside, Walker. From deep. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Gay's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Well, he was terrific in the first half, guys. Maybe some adjustments from the opposing team coach, and he's lost a little bit of that touch here in the second.
To the middle. Here's Nurkic, and the Kings check on 2 more.
Well, Nurkic, with that soft touch, he's starting to cause some problems for the defense.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
That's a 2-pointer from Walker. Nice jump shot. Good. Walker's got 28.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
Here's Nunn, guarded by Walker. Ingram against Gay. And they double up Gay, and it's blocked.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. His long reach really allowing him to collect a good number of block shots.
Just 5 on the clock. From deep 3-point range, but they get it back.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession.
And a wide open look for Walker. And Favors kicks to Walker. Ingram trying to get open. And Walker gets it to go on the assist from Favors.
And that's another 3. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad surprise.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
Hey, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
And here's Walker outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Walker's got 12 points here in the second half.
Feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
The pass to Gay. Takes a 3. And another 3 for Sacramento.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
The Nuggets trail by 11. Walker the pass to DeRozan. Back to Walker. Puts it up from 12, and it's Denver scoring again.
And that is how he rolls. A prolific scorer. Walker's been calling his own number tonight.
Passes it to Gay. Over Favors. Goes back up, and Nurkic finishes inside. Nurkic has got 23 points.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
Outside, Walker. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. No good with the triple. Sacramento leading by 11. Here's Nunn. Knocked away. Ingram with the steal. free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And guys, really no ceiling on Ingram. This is a guy who has the potential to be a truly great player before it's all done.
And that one falls for Ingram. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Sacramento's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Here's none, guarded by Walker. Kicks it out to Wiggins. 6 to shoot. Again, Sacramento.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Walker the pass to Favors. Ingram outside. Pass to Walker. This one for 3. The shot, no good. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Lets it go from deep, and another 3 for Sacramento.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Andrew Wiggins.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
They increased his role tonight after dropping their last game, and the move paid off. He's been the best player on the court by far, and now they don't have to worry about a losing streak. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Mike Malone talked to his team during that last timeout. He said they've played well in certain areas, but the lack of detail to the defensive boards has allowed their opponent too many second chance opportunities. And that, he said, is the difference in this game. Have to get busy on the glass, Kevin.
2 open that time, made it look too easy. And the Kings lead by 18.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Ingram with it. Pass to Burks. Will it go? It doesn't go for him.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
And there's the pass to Wiggins. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Walker. Ingram trying to get open. Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got 38 points.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Kicks it out to Gay. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
I like how Rudy uses his athleticism to draw some attention. He puts the D in a difficult spot there.
Rudy Gay. 2 shots.
That free throw missing.
Capable of playing either forward, the versatility that Gay has, important in today's league for him to stay around.
And he ends up missing both free throws. Walker in the post, and it's Shamet with the rebound. Shamet's got his 4th rebound in this one. Shoots over Ingram, and that one's good by Gay. And the Kings lead by 20.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
Shot's good by Walker.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Here's Nunn, guarded by Walker. Shamet the pass to Nurkic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. They get Derek Favors.
Well, the determination there by Nurkic pressures the D into getting a little bit too physical with him on that shot.
And he makes the first. Both good from the line that time. And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract, and that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, could I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Kings.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
Hey, you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Andrew Wiggins.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game. And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
And Augustine kicks to Davis. 52 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Passes it to Exum. On deep. They get it back. Augustine, that's good.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Derek Favors checked in for Kevon Looney. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Augustine against Smith. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Shooting for Sacramento, DJ Augustine. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Augustine. We've got 22 seconds left in the 4th. Ingram outside. He dishes it to Favors. Just 5 to shoot. Craig. No good from outside. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum, Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
I think it's just staying in the defensive end, sometimes.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you later.